Welcome to Coin Explorer. Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a small coin that most people would normally ignore without a second thought. It feels light, simple, and completely ordinary, the kind of coin that quietly moves from one hand to another every single day. Yet sometimes the most common objects carry stories that people rarely notice. Today, we are taking a closer look at a 2013 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson Nickel. At first glance, it looks like typical pocket change, something that millions of Americans used during everyday transactions. But collectors often believe that every coin deserves a second look. Small details, tiny design features, and the condition of the metal can all change how a coin is viewed in the collecting world. That is what makes coin collecting so fascinating. Something ordinary can slowly reveal a deeper story, and sometimes that story surprises people who never expected it. The coin shown here belongs to the Jefferson Nickel series, one of the most recognizable coin designs in the United States. This series first appeared in 1938 and has continued for decades with only small design adjustments. On the front side of the coin, known as the obverse, we see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson was the third president of the United States and the primary author of the Declaration of Independence. His profile faces left with a calm and thoughtful expression. Above the portrait appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," engraved along the upper edge of the coin. To the right of the portrait, we see the word Liberty, followed by the year 2013. Near the date, there is also a small mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. Together, these elements create the familiar appearance of the Jefferson Nickel. When we turn the coin over to the reverse side, we see a detailed image of Monticello. Monticello was the historic home designed and owned by Thomas Jefferson in Virginia. The building appears carefully engraved in the center of the coin, showing its distinctive dome and symmetrical architecture. Above the building is the Latin phrase "a pluribus unum," which translates to "out of many, one." This phrase reflects the idea of unity within the United States. Beneath the building, we see the word Monticello, identifying the historic location. Along the lower rim of the coin appear the words United States of America and 5 cents. These inscriptions confirm the coin's country of origin and its monetary value. Even though the coin is small, every element of the design carries meaning. The 2013 Jefferson Nickel was produced primarily for everyday circulation. Millions of these coins were struck by the United States Mint and distributed through banks and businesses across the country. People used them to pay for small purchases, receive them as change, or store them in jars and drawers without thinking much about them. Because they were so common, most individuals never examined them closely. However, collectors see coins differently. Instead of focusing only on their spending value, collectors study the fine details of each coin. They observe the sharpness of the design, the clarity of the lettering, and the overall condition of the surface. Even a modern coin can become interesting when viewed from the perspective of a collector. One of the first details collectors examine is the mint mark. On Jefferson nickels, the mint mark usually appears near the date on the front of the coin. This small letter identifies the mint facility where the coin was produced. In the case of many 2013 nickels, the letter P indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The United States Mint operates several facilities, and each location can produce coins with slightly different characteristics. While these differences are often subtle, collectors enjoy identifying them. The mint mark provides a small but important piece of information about the coin's origin and production history. Condition is another key factor that collectors pay close attention to. Coins that circulate for years naturally develop scratches, worn surfaces, and faded details. These marks appear as coins move through many hands and transactions. However, some coins remain in much better condition than others. A well-preserved coin may still show sharp edges, clear lettering, and a smoother surface. Collectors often describe such coins as being in higher-grade condition. Professional grading systems exist to evaluate the quality of a coin's preservation. These grading standards help collectors compare coins and understand their relative condition. Another interesting aspect of coin collecting involves searching for mint errors or unusual variations. During the minting process, powerful machines strike the coin design onto metal blanks using high pressure. Occasionally, small mechanical variations occur. These can produce coins with slight differences in lettering, alignment, or surface appearance. While such variations are uncommon, collectors enjoy examining coins carefully in case something unusual appears. It is important to remember that most coins are produced exactly as intended. Still, the possibility of discovering a unique detail keeps many collectors interested in studying even modern coins like the 2013 Jefferson Nickel. Even though modern coins are produced in large numbers, they can still become part of the coin collecting conversation. Over time, certain examples may remain in exceptional condition because they were never heavily circulated. Some people store coins in protective holders or albums to keep them safe from scratches and environmental damage. As years pass, well-preserved coins can attract more attention simply because fewer untouched examples remain available. This is one reason collectors often examine coins carefully before deciding whether to keep them or spend them. The coin collecting market itself is built on curiosity, knowledge, and collector demand. Coins are bought and sold through auctions, collector shows, and private sales. Before a coin is offered for sale, experts may examine it to confirm authenticity and evaluate its condition. Professional grading companies sometimes seal coins in protective holders with an official grade. This process helps buyers understand the coin they are considering. In most cases, everyday coins sell close to their face value, especially when they are common circulation pieces. However, the broader coin collecting world occasionally produces surprising auction stories. Certain coins connected to rare varieties or extraordinary preservation have attracted very strong interest among collectors. In some documented collector auctions, unique coin specimens related to particular issues have reached prices approaching $998,000 when rarity, demand, and historical interest come together. These extraordinary results represent the highest end of the collector market and involve very specific circumstances. Most ordinary coins do not reach such values, but stories like these continue to capture the imagination of collectors around the world. For most people, the 2013 Jefferson Nickel remains simple everyday currency worth 5 cents. Yet collectors often appreciate coins for reasons beyond spending value. Each coin represents a moment in time when it was produced by the United States Mint. It reflects design choices, historical figures, and national symbols. When collectors study coins carefully, they begin to see them not just as money, but also as historical artifacts. Even a modern coin can become a small window into the story of American currency. Another reason coin collecting attracts so many people is the combination of history, design, and discovery. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson represents one of the most influential figures in American history. The Monticello building symbolizes architecture and personal heritage connected to Jefferson's life. The engraved mottos reflect ideas that have appeared on American coins for generations. When these elements come together on a small coin, they form a miniature piece of art and history combined. Many collectors begin simply by examining the coins they already have. A handful of change, an old coin jar, or a forgotten drawer can become the starting point of a collection. By learning to recognize dates, mint marks, and design features, collectors slowly develop knowledge about the coins they encounter. Some collectors try to complete full series by collecting every year and mint combination. Others search for unusual varieties or coins with exceptional condition. The hobby offers endless opportunities for learning and discovery. The 2013 Jefferson Nickel reminds us that even modern coins deserve attention. While most examples remain common circulation currency, each coin still carries careful design and craftsmanship. The detailed portrait of Jefferson, the architecture of Monticello, and the engraved inscriptions together create a recognizable piece of American coinage. For collectors, studying these details transforms a simple coin into something more meaningful. A small 5-cent coin may not seem remarkable at first, but within the world of collecting, it still holds interest and historical connection. Next time you receive a coin and change, take a moment to look at it closely before spending it. Coins move quietly through everyday life, often unnoticed by the people who use them. Yet every coin carries its own small story about design, history, and production. The 2013 Jefferson Nickel is a perfect example of how something ordinary can become interesting when examined carefully. Sometimes the smallest objects reveal the most surprising details when we slow down and take a closer look. If you enjoy discovering the hidden stories behind everyday coins, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more coin explorations. Every coin has a history, and sometimes the most ordinary change can lead to the most fascinating discoveries.